Miss me yet? I'm pretty sure those are the words I'm going to hear calling for the United States when I relocate to Southeast Asia. The reason I say this, I'm driving back from a weekend vacation on I-85 heading south to home to South Carolina, and I started thinking about what would be the things I would miss most leaving the United States. And I came up with 10 reasons, or 10 things. And the first one would be our infrastructure. Our interstate system is phenomenal. I mean, I know we get gridlocked from time to time, but where in the world can you just put your car on cruise control and head to Florida or up north to Washington, D.C. and have great highway systems? You know, compared to places I'm thinking about moving to in Southeast Asia, it's more lawless, craziness, chaotic highway roads, not even highways. So I know I'm going to miss getting out on the open road, hitting that cruise control, and being able to talk to you guys. I mean, I wouldn't be able to do that on back roads. So yeah, our infrastructure is great. You can be anywhere, you can go anywhere, anytime you want to. That will sorely be missed. The other thing is, I'm driving, there's an Amazon truck. I just went by a FedEx truck, a UPS truck. The logistics we have here. You can get a package. I can go on Amazon right now, order a pair of pants, boom, it will be here tomorrow. When I lived in Miami, I could order it that morning and it would be on my doorstep that afternoon. I mean, that is efficiency at its finest. And we in the United States, we are about that. We want immediate gratification. Hit that button, I want it today. I want it tomorrow. Oh, I gotta wait a week. No, cancel, I'll go find somewhere else. So I know that's gonna be something I will have to deal with in the Philippines. Going through Shopee, I know Amazon will ship there, but it takes weeks. And Lazado, I believe is the other one. I'm not sure. I'll learn more about it once I get there. But I know that that's going to be something I'm going to have to learn patience with. And that's what I need to learn in retirement. That's one of the reasons for this entire move, is to get away from the rat race, the immediate gratification, and just chill. So number 3 kind of ties into that, is here we can pay a bill online. Oh, I got a notification, I need to pay my phone bill, boom, pay the phone bill. Need to pay my power bill, boom, pay my power bill. Whatever. There, I know it's a little more antiquated. When you pay rent, you got post-dated checks. You write checks out in advance. If you don't know what that means, some of my younger viewers, you put the date on it, and then you write another check for the next month, for the next day, and you just give them to them in advance, and they cash them when the date comes due. That's something we did in the 70s or the 80s. So I know I set everything up on auto pay, and I don't like to think about it. So now that I have to go back to that type of system, it will be a little frustrating for me, but hopefully I will find some way to work around that and be able to pay some bills online. But for now, I know the reality of the situation is I've got to adapt to their system. Number 4. This is for a lot of us men. A lot of the men. The professional sports culture here. I am a huge football fan, American football fan. Right now we've got FIFA going on, the World Cup, and it's, you turn on the TV, you can watch the matches anytime. Saturday mornings, Clemson football fan. Don't hold it against me, just listen to me for a second. Just college football in general, it's a spectacle. It's a lot of fun on Saturdays to get up, put on your gear, and go tailgate and hang out with all your buddies and just have a good time and watch the game. definitely miss that. But as I've gotten older, I've become more of a professional football fan. I love my Carolina Panthers, and I'm not getting up at 1 a.m. in the Philippines to watch a noon kick, 1 p.m. kickoff here in the United States. It's not happening. So I know I'm going to miss that. I know I'm going to miss just the sheer excitement of being in the stadium, cheering on the team, and watching my team win or lose. So I'll have to work around that. I'll find a way to watch them. It won't be the same, but I can still follow them. I like the fact that we have some consumer protection here in the U.S. You buy a product, usually it has a warranty. If you buy a car, usually the dealership will take care of if there's an issue. You buy a product, usually can refund it, say if it's a defective tool from a big box store, or even Amazon. I mean, I think I've shared with you guys, I pretty much shop exclusively on Amazon. I buy shoes, clothes, everything there. If I buy a pair of pants, they don't fit, no big deal. Just return it to the store. As soon as they scan it, bam, they put the money back in my account, even before they have the product back at the warehouse. So I'm not sure how that works in Southeast Asia, but I've heard stories that it's not as efficient as it can be, or as it is here in the United States. Number six. Number six is big. A couple of years ago, we had Hurricane Helene that came through and pretty much wiped out our power grid. It was an anomaly. It went all the way up to Asheville, North Carolina in the mountains. If you know anything about the Southeast, it was the Goldilocks zone. It was protected from hurricanes, tornadoes, pretty much any natural disaster except for flooding and rain, but it got wiped out. So did Lake Lure. And we were off grid I was off grid, luckily, unfortunately, for 3 days. But a lot of people were off for weeks. And, we take that for granted in the United States. But in third world country or developing country, you never know. With a typhoon, that power might go out. You don't know when it's coming back on. Here, we have Duke Energy in the Southeast. I go on an app, boom, record a power outage. It gives me a notification, okay, we know, we're working on it. It's going to take probably 2 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours. They give you updates. In a developing country, you're at their mercy. You don't know when it's going to happen. So that's one thing I will miss also is our power grids and infrastructure. I'm not sure if most of you know this, but as of last night, I am officially a YouTube partner. I crossed the thresholds for subscribers and viewing hours, and I couldn't have done it without you. So I want to thank every one of you, each and every one of you who subscribe to me, who follow me, who like me, who subscribe. Please subscribe if you haven't already. If you're watching on a TV, pull out your phone, go to YouTube, and should link up to what you're watching now, and you can hit that subscribe button. So thank you for that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But that's what I gotta have. I gotta have high-speed internet. If I'm gonna be in the Philippines and I'm gonna continue to do YouTube and blog and I wanna stream, I gotta have reliable internet. And in the US, we're pretty much blanketed with 5G and cable and fiber. We have a very good infrastructure when it comes to that. And when it goes out, it's very, 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 very rare, as you know. In a developing country, it could get knocked out. You don't know how long it's going to take to put a tower back up or get it back online. So that's going to be something else I will miss, because right now we can turn on any device and instantly be connected to the world. And if you get disconnected and you got to wait 3 or 4 days, I don't know how I'm going to handle it. I mean, I'm a Gen Xer. I grew up without it, but now I've adapted to the technology, and I don't know how I'll live without it. Wow. know I have Kona. Kona, are you back there? There he is. He's back there laying down sleeping. I see you, boy. Kona and I love to hike. We love to walk. We love to swim. We love the beaches. There's not a weekend, if I have some free time, we're going somewhere. In the U.S., we have great national forests and greenways and parks. And that's what I'm thankful for our government set aside these things for us to enjoy. You know, out west we have Yukon National Park, Yosemite. We have Zion National Park here. We have the Appalachian Mountains. And there's so many places that you can go and visit and hike. And being someone that enjoys nature and being outside, I think I'll miss that because I will be on a series of over 7,000 islands. Again, I can't completely speak for the Philippines because I haven't explored all of it, but I think I will miss having those designated areas to take Kona and, hey, right, we want a place to hike. It's like, yeah, let's go. I think I will miss those dedicated areas. Number 9, the food scene. In the U.S., we are very fortunate to have a very eclectic food scene. We've got everything from Mexican, Mex-Tex, Chinese, American, Italian, Russian, I mean, French, you name it. We've got everything you can want in the United States. Moving to the Philippines, I'm not sure if I'm going to have that variety. And that's a concern for me. I mean, I know they have the American chain restaurants in the larger cities, and that's okay, but I can get that here. I do want to have variety, and I've seen from other bloggers that beef can be at a premium and it can be difficult to come by. But I do love a good steak. I love a good filet mignon. I'm sure most of you do. But that is another thing I'm a little concerned about, is getting the types of foods that I like. Now, the Philippines food is great. I do like Filipino food, but I don't want to eat it 24/7. So I'm a little concerned about that variety that we have in the United States. And then that brings me to number 10. Number 10, I think, is the most important one. And I'm sure it's going to cause a lot of mental friction for me moving forward. But number 10 is family. For those of you who follow me, you know I don't have a lot of family. It's very limited, very small. I have 2 sons. One is married, one is going to probably be married soon, and they will eventually have a family. And I would want to be here, but as you guys know my story, I feel like I need to move in order to have a better quality of life for myself. With that said, I told you I'm Gen Xer. We grew up without technology, but over the years I've adapted to it, and we have FaceTime and different apps, Zoom, whatever, Skype, where you can talk to family members real time. It's not like the old days where you wrote a letter, say overseas, it's a pen pal, and it took 8 to 12 weeks to get a response. So it can be real time, real conversation, and there's always the possibility of them coming to visit, and I can always come back and visit. So even though that's kind of difficult for me, I still see that there are options to still stay connected. How do you feel about that? Let me know what your thoughts are. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Put your comments in there. Like I say, I'm just trying to provide content about a move, a deconstruction of life from the U.S. going to the Philippines. You know, I'm not here to get into any trolling stuff. ran into that a few times here for some reason, but I'm just want nice people in my community who want to share their thoughts and their experiences. So if you're here to do that, please comment below, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know what your thoughts are. And until then, you remember what I always say, love your family. Even if you have a big family or a small family, just reach out to them, tell them you love them. So don't take it for granted, because it can be gone just like that. But always remember what I say, time is strong. Do not rush it, but do not waste it. Until then, I'll see you next time. I'll see you down the road.
Time is strong, and so are you. You have got to stay focused. Never give up on your big dreams.